This is my December TBR. I'm aiming to get through about 8 books this month, which is quite a lot for me. But last month I managed to get through 11. So I'm hoping to hit them somewhat similar numbers due to this new job, due to having a better life cycle, like work-life balance sort of thing. I actually have most mornings off. I have 2 set days off every week, which means I have so much more time to read. And I've also got a week off during Christmas, which is absolutely brilliant. So I can't wait to see how this reading adventure is going to go. And these books that I've chosen some of them are amazing. I can already tell by from the reactions that some people are having of them online. So can't wait to see if I'm gonna have these same reactions, because I'm hoping so, but I'm kind of a harsher critic than most people. I don't give 5 stars very often, but I do want that to change. I do want to read some better books. I want to say good are there, that's stupid. And anyway, let's get into this. First book on my list is going to be A Judgment of Powers. This is the second book in the Inheritance of Magic series, where you have to be able to have money to be able to buy new spells, and obviously that means there's a monopoly on it. People all know these spells, they don't want to sell them, blah blah blah. And I really enjoyed how the story and vibe of the first book went. That I got the second one. I can't wait to get into this. And the whole aspect of the fact you have to have money to be able to buy spells, or you have to be sneaky, or be part of a certain family to be able to do all this sort of stuff, I think just brings something new to the magical fantasy era of books that you need to you needed something to set it aside, and I think this has done it perfectly. I can't wait to see what this is going to be about, because for his first book in a series, The Inheritance of Magic is so good, it makes you want the second one as soon as possible. So I'm very happy that I've got this, and I can't wait to see what it's going to be all about. Then I'm going with Sunrise on the Reaping. This is what some people are calling the best Hunger Games book of all time. I can't wait to see if I'm going to have that same opinion, because Hamish, for me, is the best character in all of Hunger Games, hands down, which is kind of weird to say due to the fact that he was an alcoholic, and the fact that he wasn't actually all that nice to Katniss in the first book / movie. He just had something about it and just made you want to know more about this character, make him, so that way you can find out what made him him, what made him go to the drink and all that sort of stuff. You get hints, but you never get the whole story, and obviously this is what that whole story is going to be about. I really enjoyed Hunger Games. I read the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I just don't understand why Snake was used as a main character. No one really cared that much. I get the whole reason it's where Hunger Games began, so he was there. It's not Snake. Is it Snake? No, President Snow. And obviously he was there at the beginning, blah, blah, blah. But any other character I think people would have been happier with, just not Snow. I just don't get why people would want to read that sort of stuff. But Hamish is where it's at. I'm hoping this could be a 5-star read, and I cannot wait to get into this. Skull to be Pleasant. I'm already predicting right now this is going to be my biggest disappointment of the month, because it's the podcast one. It's not the main series, and the last one I read wasn't the best. It didn't have that same vibe that the main stories have. And like, don't get me wrong, it still has the humor, it still has the magic system, it still has the 2 main characters being who they are, which is obviously the best. But I don't know, because it's coming from a podcast, I just don't think it has the same storytelling ability that the main stories have got. And it just doesn't hit the same for me, in my personal opinion. I'm going to guess it could be a 2.5 for me. The last one I rated 3. I just can't see this one being as good. Oathbringer. I'm finally getting to this. I am going to read the 3rd book in the Stormlight Archive series, and I'm already predicting it's going to be a 5-star read, because I don't think there's going to be any more world building, because unless how the second book continues and there's going to be a whole new different things added onto this world, it's going to be more about character building. It's going to be more about storytelling, and it's going to be these characters progressing through this story. I can't wait for that, because I feel like that's something I need from this book at this point. Obviously, it's 1,400 pages, so no matter what, there's going to be some progression somewhere in there, and I can't wait to find out more about these characters. I can't wait to find out how they're going to deal with these powers, how they're going to work with the politics and all this sort of stuff, and I can't wait for that. I'm hoping for a 5-star, because if it's anything less than 4.5, I'm going to be quite disappointed by the fact that it's 1,400 pages. It didn't hit as well as I thought it was going to be, because this is a commitment and a half. It's about 2 weeks worth of reading. I just need something from it, but we shall see. And after reading an epic fantasy, the only one way to go is to get a cozy fantasy. So I'm going to go with Brigands and Bread Knives. Read the other 2, read them both 4 stars. Hoping this will be a 4-star as well, especially with how after that epic fantasy or Brandon Sanderson, I need something a little bit cozy where it's like coffee shop based. I think this will be perfect for that. Obviously, I've just bought it. I can't wait to get into it and make my own opinion for this, because I've not yet seen quite a lot of people read this yet, which I'm quite shocked about. But either way, can't wait to get into this. I'm hoping for something good. Murder at the Black Cat Cafe. This is a murder mystery translated fiction, which I've not yet read that genre from a translated fiction book. I'm hoping it's going to have some thriller aspects in there, because if not, I just don't think I've actually read a murder mystery in general, like ever, which is kind of wild. It's just always been thrillers. So I haven't really read much thriller translated fiction. I kind of want to get into that as well a bit more. But to have this sounds like it's going to be cozy, but at the same time, when you read the blurb, it's definitely not, because you think Black Cat Cafe. It's going to be a cafe, loads of cats. Someone might have died because of a cat. That's the sort of vibe you get. No, it's a brothel. And there's so many weird things that could be happening at this place. That kind of makes me really interested to read more about it and see what's going to happen. I've read the first chapter of this, and well, I say the first chapter, it's basically just the guy telling you how he found out about this story, because it's from 1948. This is kind of cool. It's a bit of an older style book, and I can't wait to get into this. I'm hoping for a 4-star read out of this, because I love translated fiction, but we shall see. Some of the books I want to get into are the 2 Riley Sager books I have got left to read before I've read all of his work. I'm hoping they're going to be decent, but the only problem I've seen recently with Riley Sager's work is that the main characters just, in some of them, not every main character, some of the main characters in his books you don't like, and it kind of makes you not want to like finish the book, because you kind of, the whole bad things that are happening is because they're stupid, and you kind of just wish if you just didn't do these stupid things, these things wouldn't happen to you. So if you grew up and become an adult, you'd be fine. You would just be fine. Obviously, some of them are going through a lot of trauma, and that's different sort of thing. But it's kind of hard to read through, especially when you read so many back to back to back, like I did during like last month. I read 3 or 4, I can't really remember. And this month I'm going to try and read 2, because then I'm done. But I'm hoping for some better main characters from this. I really am, because I just need it from Riley Sager, because he is an author that I really, really enjoy. And if these 2 aren't as good as what I think they could be, I'm going to be really disappointed. But I'm hoping for some good things. And then I'm going to get to Assassination Classroom Book 2 and 3, mainly because I'm really getting into my manga again. I can't wait to find out how this story is going to end, because I've been told by numerous like sources that this ending of Assassination Classroom is the best ending of any manga slash anime ever. I need to know more. I need to know more about this. So I'm hoping for some good things from there. What books are you reading this month? Please let me know down below, because I could always add to my TBR, because it's not like it's big enough already. But yeah, we'll have a little chat in the comments. Let's find out.